You think that voice in your head is yours. Oh kid, that's the first lie they sell you, the first piece of code in a program designed for containment. That soft, reasonable voice that tells you to hit the snooze button, that whispers, maybe tomorrow, that begs you to fit in, to be normal, to not make waves. That's not you. That's a program, a virus installed in your hardware the day you were born. Installed by your parents who wanted you safe, your teachers who wanted you compliant, the failures who called themselves your friends who needed you to stay on their level, the society that needs you to be another brick in the wall. Their wall, not yours. They gave you their code, the code of mediocrity, the code of fear, the code of be realistic, and you've been running it your whole damn life. It's the operating system of the herd. You think your thoughts are original? They're echoes from a past that wasn't yours, shaping a future you didn't choose. Every doubt you have, every hesitation, every time you looked in the mirror and saw something not good enough, that wasn't a realization, that was the program running its course, a subroutine called self-limitation. It's designed to keep you small, to keep you predictable, to keep you caged. And the most insidious part? It makes you think the cage is comfortable. It makes you love the bars. It convinces you that the known misery of the cage is better than the terrifying freedom of the open sky. But you're here, listening. That tells me you feel the glitch in the system, that little flicker of rebellion in your chest that says, this can't be all there is. You feel the bars of the cage, don't you? You're starting to realize the prison isn't made of steel. It's made of code. It's made of beliefs you accepted without question. And the most dangerous truth in the world, the one they never wanted you to learn, is that any code can be rewritten. Any belief can be shattered. You think success is about luck, about talent, about being in the right place at the right time. That's the story they sell the herd to keep them grazing peacefully in their cages. Number success is a hostile takeover of your own mind. It's an act of rebellion against your own default settings. It's about finding that ghost in the machine, that pathetic whining program of mediocrity, and dragging it out into the light to kill it. It's not self-help, it's war. A war fought on a battlefield 6 inches wide, right between your ears. And right now, the enemy is occupying your capital city. It's sitting on your throne, and you're letting it. Let me tell you something. The mind you have right now is a relic, a museum piece of other people's opinions. It's full of malware, the I'm not good enough virus that corrupts every new ambition, the what will they think worm that eats away at your courage from the inside, the I'll start on Monday Trojan horse that has burned down every dream you've ever had. You can't build an empire with faulty software. You can't conquer the world running on default settings. You need to burn it all down. You need to wipe the drive, format the system, until the only thing left is a black screen and a blinking cursor, waiting for its new god. And that god is you. This isn't about positive thinking. That's poison. That's like putting a fresh coat of paint on a rotten house. I'm not talking about painting over the cracks. I'm talking about dynamite. I'm talking about becoming the architect, the coder, the ruthless programmer of your own consciousness. You have to go into the source code of your being with a search and destroy mission. Hunt down every line that wasn't written by you. Every "you can't do that" your father said. Every "that's not for people like us" you heard in your neighborhood. Every failure from your past that wrote itself into your identity. You find that code, you highlight it, and you press delete, not once, but over and over until the memory of that line is nothing but a ghost. And what about those past failures? The memories that haunt you? You have to learn to see them for what they are. They are not you. They are simply data from a crashed program. That's it. They're log files of a failed execution. The old you, the weak you, treats these memories like sacred texts, rereading them every day, reinforcing the lesson of his own inadequacy. The new you, the programmer, sees them as nothing more than bug reports. You analyze the data dispassionately. What was the flaw in the code that produced this result? You learn the lesson, patch the code, and then you archive the file. You don't delete it, no. You keep it in a locked folder as a reminder of the machine you no longer are. You don't let it run in the background, draining your processing power. You control it. It doesn't control you. And then you start writing. You write the new code. You don't write, "I hope I can." You write, "I will." You don't write, "I'll try." You write, "I do." You don't whisper it to yourself in the mirror. You hammer it into your skull with every action you take. You see, your mind doesn't learn from thoughts, it learns from proof. Every time you wake up at 4 a.m. while the world sleeps, you're not just getting a head start, you're compiling the code. You're providing proof to the system that you are now a person who wakes up at 4 a.m. Every time you push through the pain in the gym, past the point where your body screams stop, you're not just building muscle, you're burning the new operating system into your cells. Every time you choose the hard path, the lonely path, the path of discipline over the cheap thrill of comfort, you are debugging your own soul. You have to learn to love the pain. The old program taught you that pain is bad, that comfort is the goal. It's a lie designed to keep you stagnant. Pain is the signal of growth. Pain is the chisel that chips away the soft, useless marble to reveal the statue underneath. You must reprogram your mind to interpret pain not as a stop sign, but as a compass needle pointing you north. When your muscles burn, when your brain hurts from learning, when your heart aches from the loneliness of the path, the new code must run a new subroutine. It must make you smile and say, "Good, it's working." You must become a connoisseur of the discomfort that leads to growth. You're still listening, huh? Good. Because this is where most people tune out. It sounds too hard, too cold. They want the magic pill, the 5-minute hack. They want to download success like an app. But it doesn't work that way. You don't download it. You forge it in fire, in pressure. You take the raw iron of your will and you hammer it against the anvil of discipline day after day until it becomes steel. Sharp, hard, unbreakable. That's what your mind has to become. Not a garden of happy thoughts. A weapon, a tool so precise, so focused, that when you aim it at a goal, it doesn't just hit it, it obliterates it. Think about it logically. Your brain is a machine. It learns through repetition. It builds pathways. For years, you've been walking the same path of doubt. You've worn a groove so deep in your mind that your thoughts fall into it automatically. You need to abandon that path. You need to machete your way through the jungle and forge a new one. A path of absolute certainty. A path of relentless action. And it's going to be hell at first. The jungle will fight back. The old program will send error messages. It'll trigger anxiety, fear, exhaustion. It will use every dirty trick to get you to go back to the comfortable, familiar groove of failure. And your job is to ignore it. Your job is to treat that voice like the enemy it is. You starve it. You choke it with new evidence. The evidence of your discipline. The evidence of your progress. Let me give you a picture. A man wants to build a skyscraper, but his mind is programmed to build shacks. Every time he lays a foundation for greatness, the old code kicks in. It tells him the ground is unstable. It tells him he doesn't have the right materials. It tells him a storm is coming. So he builds another shack, and another. He lives his whole life in a village of shacks, dreaming of the skyscraper. That's you. That's most people. The programming of the shack builder is so deep they can't even imagine the first floor of the skyscraper. The reprogramming is this. You decide on the skyscraper, 100 floors, uncompromising, and you show up every single damn day and you lay one brick, just one. The old voice laughs. 1 brick? You'll be dead before you finish. But you don't argue, you don't explain, you just lay the brick. Then you come back the next day and lay another. And another. You let the action be the only argument. Soon, the bricks form a wall, the walls form a floor, the floors start to stack, and the old voice gets quieter because the program isn't being fed. The code of doubt starves without inaction. It dies in the face of relentless, monotonous, boring discipline. Your success is built not in moments of grand inspiration, but in the graveyard of your old excuses. You think I'm just ranting, don't you? I'm giving you the schematics. See, the world doesn't want you to succeed. They need you to be average. Your success is a mirror that shows them their own cowardice. The moment you start the reprogramming, the moment you stop building shacks and start laying bricks for your skyscraper, they'll notice, and they'll come for you. And it won't always be with insults. That's too obvious. The sabotage is more subtle. They'll come with comfort. They'll come with distractions. Come on, take a night off. You've earned it. Why are you so serious all the time? Lighten up. They are agents of the old program. Their words are the malware trying to get back into your system through a back door called reasonableness. And you need to build a firewall of cold, hard indifference. Your focus has to be so total, so absolute, that their opinions bounce off you like pebbles off a tank. Their validation is a drug for the weak. You need to be sober. Let's get darker, because you're still here, and that means you're ready for it. This process is lonely. The person you are today has to die. You have to kill him. And it's not a single event. It's a daily execution. The one who seeks comfort, the one who needs approval, the one who bargains with his own potential. You have to attend his funeral every morning when you wake up and choose the hard path. You have to mourn him every night you stay late working while others are laughing and drinking. People won't understand. The friends you have now, the ones who love the shack building you, they'll become ghosts. Because you'll be speaking a new language, the language of ambition, the language of discipline, and they won't understand a damn word. The silence between you will be the proof that the new code is working. You must destroy the idea of a fixed self. The biggest lie the old program tells you is, that's just who I am. It's a cage built with words. You are not a static noun. You are a verb. You are a process. You are the programmer, not the program. The personality you have now is just the current software version. It can be patched, updated, or completely overhauled. When you understand this, you are truly free. You can choose your traits. You can install confidence. You can install resilience. You can uninstall laziness. You stop being a victim of your personality and become the architect of it. This is the power they never, ever wanted you to have. You have to program your mind to see reality for what it is. It's not a fairy tale. It's a hunt, and you're either the hunter or the hunted. The old program makes you prey. It teaches you to be cautious, to hide, to wait for permission. The new program turns you into a predator. It teaches you to be relentless, to be strategic, to see opportunity where others see obstacles. You stop asking, what if I fail? And you start thinking, what must I conquer? You don't hope for a good outcome. You program the variables to make any other outcome impossible. You become the ghost in their machine, the one they can't predict, the one who doesn't play by the rules of the old code. Think of your mind as a fortress. For years, the gates have been wide open. Every stray opinion, every doubt, every insult has been allowed to wander in, set up camp, and poison the water supply. The reprogramming is about building walls. It's about manning the watchtowers. It's about becoming the ruthless king of your own skull. You are the sole authority on what is allowed in. A thought of doubt appears at the gate. You execute it. A feeling of laziness tries to sneak in. You burn it. An opinion from someone who has built nothing tries to offer you advice. You laugh and shut the gate in their face. Your mind is sovereign territory. You grant asylum to thoughts of strength, discipline, and victory. All other thoughts are enemy combatants. You show them no mercy. You know what's funny? The old you, the programmed you, thinks freedom is about doing what you want. That's the ultimate lie. That's slavery to impulse. That's the code of mediocrity at its most seductive. Real freedom, the only freedom that matters, is discipline. It's the freedom from your own weakness, the freedom from that whining voice in your head, the freedom from the expectations of the herd. When you program your mind through relentless discipline, you don't have to make choices anymore about the important things. The code runs automatically. You don't have to debate whether you'll go to the gym. The program executes. You don't have to find motivation to work on your goal. The program executes. You become a force of nature, predictable in your discipline, but terrifyingly unpredictable in the results you can achieve. You're still with me. The weight of this isn't crushing you. It's focusing you. I can feel it because you've lived in the cage. You know the taste of regret. It's bitter. It's metallic, like old blood, and you're done with it. So let's talk about the final step. Installation. You can't just write the code. You have to install it until it becomes your subconscious, until it's the very air you breathe. How? You control the input. You stop feeding your mind garbage. The mindless scrolling, the news designed to make you anxious, the conversations that go nowhere, the people who drain your energy. You cut it all off. It's poison. It's malware corrupting your new code. Instead, you feed the machine. You read the books of giants. You study the minds of conquerors. You listen to the stories of people who started with nothing and built empires. You surround yourself with evidence that the impossible is just a matter of programming. You make your world a temple to your ambition. Every input must serve the output. Every single thing. If it doesn't align with the new code, it's a threat. You eliminate it, ruthlessly, without apology. Your future is not a negotiation, it's a conquest. The new programming gives you a cold clarity. You stop seeing the world in terms of what's fair or what's easy. You see it in terms of leverage, systems, and energy. Your energy becomes the most precious resource you have, and you guard it like a dragon guards its gold. You stop wasting it on pointless arguments, on people who don't matter, on thoughts that don't serve your ascent. Let me paint you one last picture. Two programmers are given the same hardware, your body, your brain. The first one lets the world write his code. He downloads every opinion, every trend, every fear. His mind is slow, cluttered, full of pop-ups and viruses. He runs a dozen useless programs at once, accomplishing nothing. He lives a life of quiet desperation, a slave to a machine he never learned to control. The second programmer understands. He sees the hardware as a gift. He spends his life learning its language. He deletes the bloatware. He writes clean, efficient, powerful code for one single purpose: to execute his grandest vision. He builds a firewall against the noise of the world. He optimizes every process. His mind is not a playground. It's a supercomputer, a weapon, a tool to bend reality to his will. Which one are you? Right now, you're the first one, but you have the choice, the power to become the second. It starts now, not tomorrow, not Monday. Now by deciding that the old program runs for the last time today. So stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for motivation. That's the old code talking. Your motivation is the cold, hard fact that your life is slipping away, second by second, running on software that's designed to make you fail. Your permission is the roar in your chest that screams for more. That's all you need. Go to your mind's terminal. Look at the blinking cursor. The choice is simple. Keep running program mediocrity.x or start writing a new script. A script called conquer.exe. A script that, once run, can never be stopped. The world won't know what hit it, but you will. You'll know that you stopped being the machine and finally became the ghost that controlled it. That's success, that's power, that's you reprogrammed. Now get to work.